Hi, Cooper Glover 1972 here, back with another video. This is book collection number 6. We're diverting on this video from film books, which is basically, well, not basic, a lot of my collection is film books, but I have a fair amount of other types of books, but um, maybe 75% film books or 80%, I don't know, but so, anyways, we're going to a different area, various miscellaneous types of books. But I thought I'd start off with Salvador Dali. I have 2 books of his. I might have another, but not in this box. Just 2 in this box. I guess he wrote this one, Diary of a Genius. I haven't read it or anything like that. I don't know if there's any pictures in here. Well, I guess not. And that's something because it's this is a painter and no pictures. But in the same picture on this one, this book I bought at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City. I think I've read the whole thing. It's as complete everything he ever did. Of course, like I said before, with all these books, I don't know where to start and where to end. Let me just. Oh, there. That's a good picture to show. That's Luis Buñuel. You know, the famous Spanish film director, right here. Who they did his first film with Dali. There's Dali's father right there. I don't know if I'm pronouncing Salvador Dali right, but whatever. Trying to find some interesting ones. But basically, it's just all of his art that he did. You know, so it's nice to have a book like this. Oh, I like this painting. 3 young surrealist woman holding in their arms the skins of an orchestra. That's that top one there. If you can see right there, right. Wait a minute. Right here. Right. Having a hard time. Right here. Right there. Wait a minute. Right. It's hard coordinating. Another great painting where it looks like horses, maybe, and a chalice. Is it a horse? No, I don't. But he has those different, optical illusions. There's a great one with elephants. I don't know if I had. Oh, this one's great. This one's a Voltaire, a French philosopher. Maybe he was Swiss and he went to France. I don't know, but he's a famous philosopher in the 1700s. He wrote a book called Candide, which I've read, which is about like this boy named Candide who thinks everything is for the good, and he keeps getting bad things happening to him, like losing his eye, but he's trying to keep it optimistic. Also, like with some of these paintings, he was commissioned by wealthy people. There's his girlfriend, his mate for life. They didn't really marry, I don't think, but they were married. They're not married. They lived together for basically. Her name's Gala or Gala. They lived together for basically his whole life, and then he lived after that. But I don't know if he made paintings after she died. I think he got kind of less prolific, maybe because she was dead or something. And I think she died in, well, like here. So here's these paintings. Wait a minute, right here. These are like wealthy people that commissioned him. One's of Colonel Jack Warner, Sir James Dunn, Mrs. Jack Warner. So, you know, he had some pretty big hitters there. Ross. I think I don't know if he was an atheist or not. He had put a painting in the water there. I think he's in Spain with Gala. I wish I knew where that elephant one was, because that's a fantastic one. I don't know where that painting is. It could have skipped it by now, or I think I skipped it. I might go back and try to find it. Oh, this is a good one. Let me see if I can find a big picture of it in color. Maybe I skipped it. Trying to find a picture of. Here it is. This is another famous painting of his. But probably good to study art to some degree for a filmmaker, because you know you get to learn how to do this. You know how to be a better filmmaker. That's of course a sculpture of a figure. And then his Salvador Dali Museum in, where is it? Is it Figueres, Spain? My cousin has been to the Salvador Dali Museum in Spain, I believe. I know there's some nudity here, but I think it's all right, because it's, you know, an artist, and it's not really, quote, pornography in that sense, you know. Okay, so before, well, let me show you. This is pretty cool. Before I get to the rest of the books, let me try to find that elephant painting, if it doesn't take too much time. I'm going the wrong direction, I think. Oh, let me show you this. So, you know, he did do paintings that were influenced by other artistic movements, because he was basically a surrealist. But you can see here that's sort of like Cubist, which is Picasso, of course. Picasso and Braque, you know, came up with Cubism. There you can see some Cubist kind of works there. Let me try to get that elephant painting out of the way. And I have no idea. Well, I should have a more general idea of where it is. God, let's see. Oh, and here's Anshin Andalou, which is a very famous. See the cutting in the eye. Wait, the cutting in the eyeball there. That's a cow's eye. They put a razor close to a woman's eye, and then they cut to the. Oh, here's another famous painting. The Persistence of Memory, I think it's called. That's a famous painting. It's at Museum of Modern Art. Last I knew, unless it's on tour somewhere with some other Dali paintings. There was an exhibit on Dali. Was it Dali or Picasso? Oh, maybe it was Picasso. I thought it was, yeah, it was Picasso that I went to in '95 at MoMA. I really love MoMA. They show movies. I think that they were like the first museum. I don't know if it was the world or in America to accept movies as a viable art form. As you know, is just as significant an art form as painting, or you know. So I find that to be encouraging, I guess you could say. I'm trying to. Sorry if I'm holding you up. I'm just trying to find that painting, and it's just taking me forever to find it. But it's a really nice painting. I don't know. Maybe there's an index in here where. No, that's not going to do it, because it's. I don't know the name of the painting. I'm trying to I'd like to show it to you because it's very interesting. Here's a lobster telephone that he made. I think they have that at MoMA. He also did the dream sequence for Hitchcock's Spellbound. This is a nice painting. Wait a minute. Right here. Oh, and I also have a Salvador Dali painting as well. Oh, here's another great. Dali is my favorite painter. I like other artists. I like Picasso. I like Moreau. I like Da Vinci. But Bosch. But my favorite artist is Dali by far. Like Picasso is close. He's good too. He's a very good painter. I did see a portrait one of Dali's, not Dali, Picasso at MoMA in '95. So, this is a good painting. I know I'm showing you so many paintings here, but it's so good, And I know I'm like going page by page, but I feel that's the way I'm going to find it. And I just wish I could figure out what age it was, what time period that it was painted in. I can't remember for the life of me. Of course, I can find Spellbound this way, I believe. Boy, this is taking forever. This is Spellbound, I believe. Yes, that's the work for Spellbound, the dream sequence. He was going to do something for Fantasia, and it was scrapped. I think Disney was even thinking about bringing it back to life. Oh, I did see a Dali exhibit. I did at MoMA because Disney was originally going to use one of his concepts, one of his ideas for a short film for Fantasia. It didn't happen. And I think they were thinking about for Fantasia 2000. That didn't happen either. But they did a version of it at MoMA for the exhibit. I think it was in relation to some kind of subject. I didn't show this one. Of course, that's Gala there. Gala is a Mother Mary. But I'm not sure if he really was a Christian. I think he just liked to use Christian imagery. I know I'm going on too long, but this is a good thing to show. See, here's one. See that there? This one up top here. That's like a sequel to the Persistence of Memory. It's called The Disintegration of the Persistence of Memory. But I will stop showing you this book once I get to the elephants, because I think it would be so interesting to show you. It's really cool. And I just don't know where it is, but because Last Supper, his version. I think it's at Washington D.C. National Gallery of Art. I think that's where it is. I think that's what it's called, the museum. I think when my father was alive, he saw it. There's also a Salvador Dali Museum in St. Petersburg, Florida. Last I knew, at least. There's Gala again. What's the name of the painting? The Discovery of America by Christopher Columbus. But as soon as I show you the elephant painting, and it's just taking forever, because I'm at 15 minutes now. I don't think the other books are going to take that long. So I don't think so, because they're not like these painting books. I might have a few other painting books. You know what? I think I have a Hieronymus Bosch one. I wish there was a better way. Not a great painting. I wish there was a faster way to show you, but there isn't. And usually, you know, like I've said before, I'm not a person that, you know, would want to show you every single thing. I'm sort of doing that with this one, aren't I? Sort of. Not really showing you every single page, but there's Marilyn Monroe as Mao. Oh, I guess I should show this one. Oh, no, I'll skip that. That was like a homage to Vermeer, I believe. I can't believe it. It should be in here. I'm getting near the end and still no dice. You got giraffes on fire. Oh, I think that was that one on the Abraham Lincoln was like wagered on a bet, like if he could make a painting that would look like a computer printout or something, or digital, whatever. So he took the challenge. Something, I can't remember the exact details of it or anything. Maybe I missed it. I probably, I don't know if I'm annoying you about this. This is the painting I have hanging up on the wall. This right here. Aphrodite, a Sneed, and a State of Passage. I think that's what it translates to. I got that from my brother for our high school graduation gift. I think I passed it. I don't know where it is. I wish I could show it to you though, because it's such a great painting. And I think this is where I am now. I don't know. This might be his last painting right there. You know, I think he was feeling uninspired because Gala was dead. I wish I knew where that painting went because it's really impressive. I just trying to figure it out. What did I do? Oh, you know what? All right. Since I can't find it, I'll show you one more painting. Apparitions of Lenin on a piano or something like that. Vladimir Lenin, right? Oh, wait, right here, right there. So there's heads of Lenin on that piano. All right, so look up, if you want to see that elephant painting, Google elephants, lake, swans, and you'll see the painting I'm talking about. It's pretty impressive. All right, so let's get to the other books, and maybe this will be a 30-minute video or 25 or something. Okay, so let's see. Here's a Buddhist book. I have a whole bunch of books on Buddhism and Japan because I'd like to go there one of these days. This is a Vietnamese monk, Thich Nhat Hanh. A friend of mine saw him at St. John the Divine in New York City do a lecture or whatever. I think he said, to be or not to be, just be. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what he said. That's what my friend said he said. So But this is a Zen monk right there. Then we have philosopher. I like reading philosophy. I've read Plato, I've read Nietzsche. You'll see some Nietzsche later on because I haven't got there yet. I wish I've read Plato's Republic, but I still haven't read it. But, and I haven't read any of this guy's. I think he's Spanish. Jose Ortega y Gasset, Man and People, that's one. This one's called Mission of the University. This one's called, this is an old book. I inherited this one, because I took some books from my father's collection toward a philosophy of history. It was his step grandfather that owned this book. So it's an old book. Okay, so let's see, what's next? Another philosophy book. Jean-Jacques Rousseau's The Confessions. I think this is supposed to be a great work of literature. I've read some of Rousseau's books, The Social Contract and The Discourse and the Origin of the Inequality of Man, which I think were big influences on American democracy, maybe communism, and some other form of government. I can't remember what it was. Maybe it's socialism. I don't know. I can't remember. And then we have, I can't remember when this was written. I think he's a German philosopher. And it's Clausewitz on war. I think he lived after Napoleon. So I think it's after Napoleon. It's, just philosophy towards how to fight war. And there's another book I have, an Asian book called Sun Tzu's The Art of War. I'll show that when that comes. Then we have Shakespeare by Harold Bloom. I think I have the whole works of Shakespeare. And of course, in my DVD and Blu-ray collection, I have some Shakespeare. Chimes at Midnight, a version of Macbeth by Roman Polanski, Throne of Blood by Kurosawa, based on Macbeth. The Bad Sleep Well, I think, is supposed to be loosely based on Hamlet. Ron, based on King Lear. And you got Othello by Orson Welles. Chimes at Midnight. I think I said Chimes at Midnight. Maybe that's all the Shakespeare movies I have. So, and going back to Asian philosophy, this is Taoism, and I got this because it corresponds with Buddhism. In fact, it corresponds very, very well with Zen. It's a big influence on Zen, I believe. Okay, so, and two more books. This is a book, History of Heroes and Imaginations, the creators, Daniel Bornstein. These are big, chunky books. It take a long time to read these, but maybe one of these days I will. Who knows? I like that. I like the fact that I have them, I guess. And then the last one is a novel. Speaking of Shakespeare, I think it's maybe based in Macbeth. It's by David Roblowski. It's an Oprah book collection. It's a story of Edgar Sawtelle. And I bought this one because my brother and his wife, they read this book. I think they liked it. So I don't know. I thought it'd be an interesting book. But who knows when I'm going to read all these things. And because there's movies to watch, there's books to read. So who knows? That's a video. So next up will probably be film books. And I'm going to try to stick to the film books for quite some time until, I have to go somewhere else toward book collections, because there are other few boxes that are different, like Japan is one, because I'm interested in Japan a lot. I've got a lot of Japanese films. I, I I've I've been taught Japanese, you know, how to speak it. I'm not like a fluent speaker in Japanese, I wouldn't say, but I know some phrases. I know some words, and it has I have a box on poetry. Um, yeah, I can't remember the other ones, and some odds and ends. So be on the lookout. This video is long enough as it is, so I'm going to end it right now. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.